Muy buenas a todos, chicos y chicas, ¿qué tal estáis? Bienvenidos al último capítulo de Dragon's Dogma 2. Vamos a terminar el Let's Play, vamos a terminar la serie. Han sido 12 capítulos. La serie empezó bastante bien, pero sufrí tropezones. Como podéis escuchar, mi voz todavía sigue raruna. Eso es porque estoy grabando después de, básicamente, el vídeo anterior. He ido a recolectar cosillas por ahí. En fin, voy a apagar la linterna hecha. Estamos aquí, que es básicamente la misión principal. He estado mejorando y comprando cosas. He cambiado algunos peones. Así que nada, nos toca continuar. Así que vámonos. Tenemos que hablar con Rozais.
And o'er its bones raged the proud kingdom of vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought e'er greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history.
O sea que el custodio, es decir, el exodio, que es el que nos habla a nosotros, el de los ojos azules, la figura azul, quiere decir que ese está por encima del Senescal, lo establecido en Dragon's Dogma 1.
I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Why, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of the new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just, and fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
¿Cómo quién?
I see you have returned,
¡Coño!
Arisen One.
¿Esta no es la oráculo?
The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here, for this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
I imagine the people of this world will welcome the tidings that there is a place of refuge awaiting them. I quite agree.
Dirige las labores de evacuación. Aquí tengo otra casa. Vale, dirige las labores de evacuación. Habla con los líderes de las tierras que has visitado y guíalos hasta el santuario abisal. Vale, vámonos primero Por cierto, he quitado el cristal transportador de los elfos, porque como ya tengo uno fijo allí. Vale. Vamos a ir a Backbatal primero, ¿no? Que estamos aquí al ladillo. Joder. La voz. ¿Qué ha pasado?
You've pushed your luck too far. I'll not take that from you.
¿Qué pasa?
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it. Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here?
Pues todo el mundo fuera de aquí.
Wish us to evacuate?
Sí,
Mayhap the idea merits some thought.
todo el mundo fuera.
After all, if we sit on our haunches, it is likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are
Ayuda en la evacuación de Backbatal, vale. Disturbios civiles.
understandable given the circumstances. Let us aid in mediating the quarrels arising in Baghbatal.
Right you are.
A ver, aquí qué pasa.
You're just riding on your father's coattails.
You slander my honor, sir. I demand a duel.
What? ¿Qué pasa aquí?
It's no business of yours. Be gone.
Now, Narbra, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task?
¿Preguntar el motivo?
This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
No.
Very well. I'll not force the issue, but do keep back, lest you become entangled in the fray.
Ah! Let us settle this, once and for all!
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
Might not the Seafloor Shrine provide a place of refuge for the people of this land? To protect them from the Red Clouds advance, if only for a time. But will the people do as we suggest? The crux of the problem is how best to convince them.
Venga, ¿no te atreves a pegarme?
How dare you interrupt a battle between honorable opponents?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered.
Muy bien. ¿Qué?
Look at us, put in our place like a pair of helps.
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolishness. We've better things to do than squabble over petty slights.
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply myself to my training.
I was most surprised when you
Hala.
intervened in our duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
Coño, con los niños. Tanto pelearse. Por cierto, voy a comprar aquí.
Look as long as...
Dame otra piedra. Porque me estoy quedando sin piedras, literal, ¿eh? Dame otra panacea, porque la voy a necesitar seguramente. Y... poquito más, ¿no? Sí, poquito más.
Do come again.
Our packs are heavier and our purses far lighter.
¿Aquí qué pasa?
I saw it first. Phew. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
¿Qué pasa aquí?
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into him.
O sea, los dos quieren comida, ¿no?
If that's what you
Los dos tienen
why
razón.
don't you mind your own business?
Alright, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies. Stop this, father! Thank you, sir. I'll be sure to share it.
You mean with me? For true? Thanks. I'm half starved.
¡Hala! Los niños saben mejor compartir que ustedes.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait. You shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, hey?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we've both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It
A
just
ver,
goes to show
¿qué es lo que pasa por aquí
the
arriba
Andromeda is
ahora?
so different.
That was certainly worthwhile.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Bueno, otros tres. ¿Esto qué?
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Anyone!
That's it. Keep on them.
Well met.
That's it. Keep on them.
Oh, not
Get away with this!
¿Ya?
Fine. This one's got thick skin.
You're telling me? I don't think I've got another punch left in me.
Bah. I can't stomach more quarreling after this. Just drain the fight right out of me.
Too right. I've clean forgotten what we were arguing about to begin with, if I'm honest.
Joder. Madre mía, la que me han dado. ¡Hala! Ya he terminado.
The citizenry speak highly of your deeds, Sir Arisen. It seems you have made rather an impact. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity.
Estoy siguiendo una pequeña guía porque necesito el final bueno. Porque ya que hemos llegado hasta aquí, necesito hacerlo bien. Porque si no, no lo consigo, ¿eh?
We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. Methinks we can expect little opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your achievements. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day, Sir Arisen. I hope you will accept this humble reward for your efforts.
Una piedra
What say we
más.
report back to Empress Nadinia?
De puta madre.
Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Me voy a curar. Porque no veas. Coño.
As a matter of fact,
El tropiezo que me he dado. ¿Qué está, coño?
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude, for it seems your efforts have served to remind the people of this nation of their common purpose. We would present you with this gift, as a small token of our esteem, and wish you good fortune on your journey, wheresoever it may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Ahora la evacuación.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
that Batal and the rest down are
bien.
now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon Salmonella to keep...
That was certainly worthwhile.
What do you think you're doing here?
De puta madre. He evacuado a la gente de Batal. Vale, ahora habría que irse a la isla volcánica. Supongo que aquí. Oh, aquí no puedo usarla. ¿Y aquí? ¿Tampoco? ¿Por qué no? Joder. ¿Y ahora puedo usarla aquí?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business arisen?
Creo que hay que salir por la puerta norte.
Ah, excellent find.
La puerta norte destruida.
You're not one of us, so I cannot imagine you've any business being here. Pray, leave us in peace.
¿Qué?
Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Vale.
I had no idea such a couple dwelled on the outskirts.
Y eso está en... No me la he marcado. ¡Hostia! Aquí atrás. Casa del caminante del viento. Vale. Vaya. Pues nada, para atrás. Te pidieron que convencieran a que convencieras a la pareja. Pues escúchame, para allá que voy, ¿eh?
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look. There are more who can yet be saved.
Uf, para mí que voy a tirar de piedras, ¿eh? En vez de escoltarlo, los voy a agarrar y me voy a pirar, ¿eh? Voy a recuperar un poquito de estamina. No se ve un carajo aquí, ¿eh? Dios mío.
Let my magic's gone to I shan't let them fall. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues. Outstanding.
Curarme un poquito. ¡Hala! Perfecto.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against.
Hostia, es un grifo. De verdad, un grifo se me pone en medio.
Would anyone care to push?
Venga, baja, no baja, baja. Que se vaya, que se vaya. Que se pire. Ahí hay otro de estos rojos, tío. ¿Dónde? Ah, claro, cojones. El de aquí. Oh, Dios mío, me estoy volviendo loco, ¿eh? Oh, Dios mío, estos no. Todo el agua de aquí, tío, toda... Es que está guapísimo, tío, porque ahora puedes explorar donde había agua, tío. Y eso es la polla, ¿eh? O sea, eso es muy guapo. A mi parecer. Tú aquí ahora te pones a explorar todo lo que había debajo del agua y a lo mejor hay cositas.
I? What do you want? My husband and I are simple folk. In these perilous times, all we ask is to be left alone. Pray leave us be, sir.
Escúchame, hay que irse, ¿eh?
It would pain me to leave this place.
Hay que irse, hay que largarse de aquí.
I'm sorry. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? Why, we could never. Come what may, this place is our home.
Now, now. I'll hear none of that. Stranger or no, our guest came all the way out here just to warn us. That's the mark of a good sort, and I trust my gut. This one shan't steer us wrong.
But, Ghostoffer, what of your back?
Ah, I can manage a little walking. Besides, I'd rather hike 1,000 leagues on 2 bloody stumps than lose you, my dear.
Oh, Ghostoff, how can I say no to that?
Bueno, ¿y ahora qué hacemos? Yo me lo llevo a cuesta, ¿eh?
Confound this back of mine. Don't trouble yourself with me, sir. Lead on.
Very well, sir. We shall join you. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
No hace falta, espérate.
Let's see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful. The path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Outstanding.
Venid conmigo un momento. Ahí está. Vente conmigo, muchacho. Escúchame. Nos vamos, ¿eh? Tú te vienes conmigo, vaya. Y ella se viene también, un 2x1, mamá.
Lo, a ballista.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
Toma 2x1, ¿eh?
I'm afraid I can't walk faster than this.
Pues si ya has llegado aquí. Que ya venga, coño.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Que soy más lento. Venga, cojones. Joder, qué lento.
Would you find Sir Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Vale. Vocación de arquero mágico desbloqueada. ¿Ahora me la desbloquea? Hostia, ¿dónde está el Ernesto, tío? ¿Dónde está el Ernesto?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
¿Este es Ernesto? No. ¿Dónde está Ernesto? Hostia puta, ¿cuál es Ernesto, tío, ahora? Es este, ¿no?
I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it?
Este es el que nos dio lo de Adalid.
Not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye.
Escolta para el matrimonio.
Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get him to safety.
Sir Lamond shall be a boon to the evacuation effort. Let us inform Sir Ernesto of our success.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
De puta madre.
The people of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the...
Have my support.
Y se corta por la cara. Vale, ahora deberíamos de irnos aquí. Aquí. Al punto de excavación. Pero antes quiero hacer una cosita. Quiero ganarme el trofeo de cambiarme de vocación.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
You know, I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake me the blanket
Aquí.
ash.
Mira, cambio de vocación, la adquiero, ¿vale? Y voy a cambiar. De puta madre. Ya las tengo todas, entonces, ¿no? Tiene pinta. Lo tengo todo, ¿no?
I'll give you a roof over your head at least.
Obviamente voy a depositar las cosas del arquero. Vale. Guarda esto. Dámelo. Ah, voy ligero, ¿no? Sí, sí. Es que como voy como por la mitad, digo, hostia. No, no, pero sí, sí, voy ligero, voy ligero.
Much obliged.
The warfarer is the ultimate vocation for proving your glory, Arisen.
Vale.
No vocation has suited you more aptly, methinks.
Ahora básicamente es salir de aquí por esta parte norte y dirigirnos para acá. ¡Coño!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. You have my protection.
Buah, es que ahora aquí va a haber un montón de peña, tío.
number. This battle's end is more distant than I'd hoped.
Que no me quiero enfrentar a los lagartijos estos, tío. Alguien se está enfrentando ahí a un minotauro, ¿eh? Hostia puta. Anda. A vuestra putita casa. Hostia, es otra vez esto. Vale. Nada, toca bajar.
The red clouds portend naught but ill omens. There must be a way to force them to recede. There must.
Sí, a la que se lió aquí en el capítulo anterior, con la mierda de los lagartos. Vale, simplemente tengo que seguir recto. Vale. Venga, que te ha salido mal, colega. Eso es. Dios, cómo odio las arpías, pero estoy subiendo de lo lindo, ¿eh? No veo lo que estoy subiendo, ¿eh? ¡Hostia! No puede ser un puto golem.
foe to the ground and presses its advantage. This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to succeed. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Joder, es que la estamina. Tengo una idea. Ese coño es... Ajá. Aquí. No, 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 no. ¡Hala! Hermano. Joder.
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
Bueno, espérate un momento.
It is a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders and little else, you see.
Vale, espérate.
Materials, eh? I shan't enough.
Well met, sir.
Obviamente. Esto mételo.
Then, do you come again?
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Espera, espera, que te sigo.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners. This looks as if it will take us someplace further afield. How we use it is at our discretion. This seems useful. It would be a shame not to employ it to
Esta es la cárcel donde nosotros empezamos el juego. Que decía, están enterrados. Este dicho, estaban desenterrando unas ruinas o algo así.
They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
Llévame contigo. What?
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you.
Porque soy el Arisen.
But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Llave de la barraca del capataz.
I suspect one of those spelled artifacts employed at the coronation is at work here.
Es decir, ¿tengo que ir a la casa del capataz?
Right you are.
¿Y dónde está eso? A ver, las únicas casas que se me ocurren están en... donde las posadas. Porque esto es todo tiendas de campaña. Aquí no hay casas. Así que lo único que se me ocurre son las casas de aquí. Ve, aquí hay una casa. Vaya. Qué casualidad, coño. Es que aquí es donde hay casas nada más. ¿Y aquí qué hay? Un cofre.
It is locked, Arisen. We shall have to find the key then.
¿Eh? Lo que se ha descubierto aquí es demasiado terrible para describirlo. Debemos informar de este hallazgo sin demora. De lo contrario, me temo que puede estar... de que puede acabar teniendo consecuencias de gran calado. ¿Alguna otra casa? Esta de aquí, ¿no? Susurro divino mermado. ¡Hostia! ¡Se ha muerto el hijo de puta este! Este puto cabrón. No puedo coger su cadáver. Qué lástima. Quería cogerlo y tirarlo por ahí. Hijo puta, ha muerto aquí, ¿eh? Ande que le den por culo. Ande que le den por culo. Ese hijo puta me trató como un esclavo cuando estaba yo aquí. Se lo merece. Por esclavista y por cabrón.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the Godsway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
'Tis strange to think a Godsway would be used to guide my brethren to safety. After all the woe they have caused us.
Outstanding.
Vale, ahora queda ir a los elfos. Nos quedarían dos sitios, los elfos y Benworth.
Glows red with fury. I cannot stand to think that the world might... Please do not bring any...
¿Con quién tenía que hablar? ¿Con ella o con el padre? Con el padre, supongo, ¿no?
Lamentari. Lungtena peli telume. Ane martir, tindume ingarina fa alme al caro.
¿En serio?
Kiriando an mindor hiroth. Arta hir kurir. Morfa erando. Amanda kill. Kiriando an mind.
Vale. Ya sé lo que tengo que hacer. Hay que atosigarle, es decir, repetírselo 40 veces. Cada día. Así que hay que dormir y volver a intentarlo. Por cierto, dame todos los de esto, tío. Ahí está. Guárdatelo. Vale. Pues
Shall we get some rest then?
descansamos y volvemos a intentarlo. Básicamente es lo que nos dice, que lo volvemos a intentar hasta que lo convenzamos y ya está.
To this world I return. Ready? Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Uy, no. Bueno, sí. Que sí compro otra piedra. Ah, pues no, no tienes piedras. Ok. ¿Cada cuánto se reponen? ¿Cada 3 días o cada 2? Que no lo sé.
Lamentari. Lungtena peli telume. Ondvana alvekil eteler ne anlera. Lungtena peli.
Vale, a dormir otra vez. Hay que gastar dinero. Joder.
I fear for the arbor. It would seem there is far more at stake.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I
¿Qué
trust?
¿Habéis escuchado vosotros eso? ¿O habrán sido mis cascos? Se ha rayado que te cagas el audio, ¿no? Hostia, tú, a ver. A los 55 minutos, vale. Cuando, de hecho, revisaré el vídeo. Si han sido mis cascos, lo escucharé bien cuando, de hecho. Si no han sido mis cascos, ha sido o la capturadora, o el juego, o la Play, una de las 3 cosas. Ha sido rarísimo, tío. Se ha rayado que te caga, ¿eh?
Fionar elwe erfarne alcarwa firnun eldaya vanalin hiror soron sorne an fameltol nun.
Vale, por fin. Vale. ¿Qué nos queda, los humanos? Benworth. Es lo único que nos queda.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Your Majesty, How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. Our sovereign vanished and the world was altered. His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a bad.
Puedes hablar con...
Let us aid him however we may. By your leave.
Hablar con Sven. Es lo que queda. ¿Vienen conmigo? Es que no lo sé.
We shall await you here, master.
Vale, voy yo solo. Vale, debería subir... ¿Por dónde? ¿Por dónde era? ¿Por aquí? Tiene pinta de que sí que era por aquí. Hello, da.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly.
Oh, Dios mío, tu madre es gilipollas, ¿eh?
I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I cannot bring myself to leave my own mother behind. If I cannot convince her, I mean to remain here and share in her fate. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Primero voy a sacar a tu madre de aquí, anda.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health.
Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son.
Te voy a decir una cosa, no te mereces al hijo que tienes.
I have no intention of begging for mercy.
¿Tienes algo tú por aquí? Pues sí. Vale. Te vienes conmigo.
Unhand me at once.
Cállate la puta boca.
Help
You have brought Mother to me. I see. My thanks, friend. You have done...
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her.
Ah, puedo entregarle la caja.
This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Literalmente Sven es el que debería de gobernar todo esto. Bueno, ahora tenemos que ir al carro, ¿no? Por aquí. Madre mía, no, anda que no hay que ir lejos, ¿eh? No tengo que correr nada, macho. Ah, bueno, está un poquito... Bueno, está cerquita.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety.
¿Seguro?
What are you doing? Put that away. No, spare me. I pray you.
Los carros los suelta. ¿Te enteras?
I fear for my life.
Hola. Si te queda claro.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
They say a crisis reveals one's true character, but that man was no less miserably selfish than he always seemed.
You have my support.
Pues nada, informar a Sven y se acabó, chavales. Literalmente se acabó.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow.
Literalmente con esto terminamos Dragon's Dogma 2. Queda todavía ver el final y hacer una cosilla, pero básicamente con esto ya hemos terminado. Joder, he clipeado las puertas y todo. Los FPS se están yendo a la puta. ¿Qué le pasa a los FPS aquí, tío? Loco, los FPS aquí se han vuelto locos, ¿eh? Mira, 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 mira. Mamá. Por la putísima cara, ¿sabes? Se vuelven locos ahí.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
A fin y sin fin. Ah, mira, guay. El guardián. Has llevado a la gente del mundo sin amarras a un lugar seguro. Perfecto. Todos a salvo. Ya está. Pues ya estaría. Ahora, chicos, el último viaje. Coño, sí que hay gente aquí, ¿no? ¡Eh!
Since times of eld, remember.
¡Sí estás tú aquí! Oye, ¿qué cosas más tienes? Aparte de... Dame esto. Oye, ¿me puedes mejorar esto mío, verdad? A fuego dragón. Por cierto, me voy a comprar la espada de Dogma del dragón. Por los memes, tío. Es que es Dragon's Dogma. O sea, la espada se llama Dragon's Dogma. Ah, que es un trofeo también. Ok. Has obtenido el Dragon's Dogma. Y puedo intercambiar algún objeto más. Para Tris, por ejemplo. Nah. Bueno, esto sí. Las calzas de erudito.
Then I bid ye farewell.
De puta madre.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies. The longer the journey.
You have my fullest confidence. There is a matter I would entrust to you alone.
Aunque su majestad y un servidor nos une el deber, aún tengo que averiguar si los valores abanderamos. Joder. Hostia, me ha costado leerlo. Abanderamos. Están igualmente alineados. ¿Me haríais el honor de acompañarme en un viaje? Serviría para asegurarnos sobre ese punto. Así como para detener la integridad de nuestra confianza mutua. No. Loco. Estamos a punto de terminar. ¿Tú qué te crees? ¿Que nos vamos a ir ahora de viaje? Voy a guardar esto. El Dragon's Dogma. Pues yo creo que ya está, ¿no? O sea, lo único que habría que hacer es ir al pilar rojo. Este de aquí. Que está aquí todo el mundo.
Well, there's always demand for weapons.
Mira, me voy a mejorar el arco, ya que estoy. Por la cara, yo qué sé. Y al máximo. ¿Por qué no?
Near the border, where always a pleasure.
¿Por qué no? Pues nada, chicos, chicas. El final de Dragon's Dogma 2. El verdadero. El de verdad. ¿Qué le pasa a Tris? Se ha convertido en dragón. No, Tris. ¿Y ahora qué? Tengo que llegar allí, ¿no? Pregunta. ¡Ay! Me quería quitar el casco. O sea, la gran voluntad se cansó de ver los mundos venir e irse. Y le dio a eso el dragón. O sea, el dragón. El dragón es la identidad del olvido.
Chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon seeks to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of
Yo me quiero soltar, tío, quiero correr. No.
Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. Such is the choice you have made, Arisen.
O sea, si alguien se desviaba del camino establecido, Hostia, me está ayudando, tío. Trish me está ayudando con su forma de dragón. El corazón. Hay que acertarlo. Tienes que darle con la espada, tío.
Tis clear to me now, Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. 'Tis the means to shape the world as one desires.
No. En todo el corazón.
Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it.
Literalmente hemos terminado con el ciclo. Una pregunta. Eso no parecía... Eso no parecía... la playa del 1. Pues nada, chicos, hemos terminado Dragon's Dogma 2. Me lo he pasado muy bien. A pesar de que haya sido una serie un poquito tropezada por mi salud y por cosas de la vida de YouTube, de que no me dejaba subir vídeos a veces. La verdad es que me lo he pasado muy bien. Me ha merecido mucho la pena. Me hubiera gustado mucho también traer Rise of Ronin, pero me tenía que decantar por uno. Me tenía que decantar por uno. Pero hemos salvado a todo el mundo, que es lo importante. Ah, mira, otro árbol savia. Va a crecer de nuevo, ¿no? Lo que obviamente ocurre es lo mismo que le pasó al de Dragon's Dogma 1. Cayó en el olvido, todo el mundo se olvidó de él. Salvo nuestro peón, que le dimos nuestro cuerpo. Pero nuestro Arisen en el 1 cayó en el olvido. Y aquí... Hombre, tiene pinta de que... o lo recordarán como el héroe, o te lo quitarán de la memoria o algo así, no sé. Lo que tiene pinta es que este mundo se ha librado ya del dragón, del ciclo de muerte y destrucción y de los Arisen. Es lo que creo que ha querido hacer aquí Hideaki Itsuno con esta historia. Darle una conclusión a Dragon's Dogma, en el sentido de el final, ¿sabes? En plan, no no dejarlo abierto. Tus mejores amigos. Brandt, ¿vale? Lamont. La posadera. Tus fieles aliados. Es verdad, estuvo mucho tiempo. Halcor, ya ves, estuvo bastante rato. Tobey Maguire. Tu peón principal, Tris. Vuestro viaje duró 105 días, ¿eh? Hostia. Hostias. ¡Ole! Esto me lo podré saltar, supongo. Los créditos. Ojo, cuidado. ¿Postcrédito? Y yo, este es el nota este. ¿A dónde se va? Por la cara, no sé qué coño significa que este tío se vaya de ahí. No tengo ni idea, pero ni idea, ¿eh? De qué significa que el viejo este se vaya. Según me dijo la oráculo, ese era el forjado por el dragón. Pero no sé. No tengo ni idea, tío. No sé. Pero bueno. Resultado. Somos Adalid, nivel 49, 87 horas, 1904 enemigos. He muerto 14 veces. He usado 6 piedras de despertar en mí, ninguna en nadie, y no he usado ningún knife, es decir, ninguna resurrección en área. Lo cual... aquí se acaba. Y ahora sí sale Dragon Dogma 2, míralo. Pues de puta madre. ¿Veis? Ahora ya no me deja cargar partida en ningún sentido. El juego ya te pone como sobre aviso, ¿sabes? En plan de que... aunque te ponga a reiniciar el juego, te deja cargar como diciéndote, hey. Creo que todavía no has terminado, ¿eh? Prueba a cargar, a ver qué ocurre. Pero bueno, ya una vez que hemos terminado, ya solamente me deja o reiniciar el juego con todo el equipo y el nivel, o una nueva partida. Así que nada, chicos, chicas, hasta aquí la serie de Dragon's Dogma 2. Lo dicho, me lo he pasado muy bien. Me ha parecido mejor que el primero, obviamente. Es un mundo súper divertido. Lo bueno que tiene el juego es su mundo abierto, sin duda. Las misiones secundarias que tienen mucha historia. Y sin duda, siento decir esto, pero la historia del 1 creo que es más guapa que esta. O sea, esta es muy Juego de Tronos, muy poco fantástica, a pesar de tener mucha fantasía, pero es menos fantástico. Siempre hay muchos goblins, muchas arpías, y los seres mitológicos están contados con los dedos de una mano, ¿vale? Y hay dragones, igual que en Juego de Tronos. De repente hay dragones en Juego de Tronos y están los caminantes blancos, ¿no? Bueno, pues imaginaos los caminantes blancos como los goblins y los dragones como los dragones. Y seres mitológicos contados con 4 dedos, ¿vale? Es lo mismo. Sin embargo, en Dragon's Dogma 1 teníamos los goblins, los lobos, brujas, dragones, teníamos serpientes gigantes, teníamos medusas, teníamos ogros, teníamos muchos ogros, muchos cíclopes, teníamos muchas quimeras, teníamos... coño, no me sale, tenemos la hidra, teníamos, bueno, un montón de cosas, el forjado por el dragón, una montaña gigante con el dibujo de un dragón escrito como si fuera una profecía, el Dragon Forged, teníamos mucha más mitología fantástica en Dragon's Dogma 1 que en este. Y para mí, el cómo era el mundo del 1 en el sentido de que llegas a un plano superior y eres Dios, pero ahora tú decides, me pareció mucho más guapo. Pero aquí está un poco como diciendo Diakitsuno, en verdad lo que quería contar era esto, que era un Arisen que destruía el ciclo entero de los dragones y el mundo se reciclaba una y otra vez por el dragón. Ya me empieza la garganta y la voz a irseme un poquito a tomar por culo, así que te despediré rápido. Pero parece que este Dragon's Dogma 2 lo que quería hacer era eso, contar una historia en la que el ciclo ponía su fin y que, digamos que los mundos anteriores, es decir, Dragon's Dogma 1 y todos los Arisen anteriores y la serie de Netflix, eran mundos que se reciclaban una y otra vez, como en Dark Souls. Hasta que llega este Arisen y te pone fin a todo. Así que nada, chicos, chicas, me ha gustado mucho disfrutar de este último capítulo de Dragon's Dogma 2. Nos vemos en una nueva miniserie, ¿vale? Que tengo ya grabada. Y nos vemos el día 18 con el DLC de Final Fantasy XVI de Rising Tide. Así que nada, muchísimas gracias por haber visto este vídeo y esta serie. Dadle like si os ha gustado, dislike si no. Y ya sabéis, si queréis apoyar esta serie y las que vendrán y al propio canal, tan solo tenéis que darle like a los vídeos, suscribiros, compartir, comentad y activad la campanita de la suscripción para que YouTube os avise de cuando subo un nuevo vídeo. Así que nada más, un saludito a todos y nos vemos en próximas aventuras. Hasta otra, zagales.